Richard Rick Theders was born a native Cincinnatian on September 14, 1947. He was the youngest of two children raised by Betty and Ray Theders. Through his childhood, Rick attended grade school at Mount Healthy before graduating from Mount Healthy High School in 1966. Rick then proceeded to attend the University of Cincinnati College of Business. While there, Rick majored in insurance before ultimately earning his BA in 1970. Following his graduation, Rick became a field sales representative for Midwestern Indemnity Insurance Company. It wasn't long, though, before Rick would make a move that would change his life and the lives of many others in Butler County. In 1977, after calling on agents throughout southern Ohio, Rick found himself with the unique opportunity to purchase the Jim Clark Insurance Agency. This was the beginning of Clark Theders Insurance. Currently, Rick is the chairman of the board of Risk Source Clark Theders, a Westchester-based firm focused on risk management and insurance for business and personal clients. The success of Risk Source Clark Theders over the last 60 years is largely attributable to Rick's dedication and drive.
But I think at the very bottom, his employees, his family, and his clients, he always will do what's best for them, not necessarily what's best for himself.
The company began with Rick and one employee. Yet from those first days of just 2 associates, Clark Theders has expanded to a sizable 22 employees. What's more is that Risk Source Clark Theders is widely considered a market leader in service to its customers.
He's been a trustworthy business associate, almost a business partner, the way we've operated with him through the years.
This customer-friendly climate is largely due to Rick's own qualifications and tendencies. Not only is Rick a certified insurance counselor, but he's committed to his coworkers, clients, and community. Perhaps the most important aspect of his client relations is Rick's unwavering belief that doing the right thing every day is the cornerstone of a successful agency, constantly leading by example.
One thing when I first started, he always told me, he said, always do the right thing. Do what's right for the client first, and everything else always works out.
Rick's people-oriented approach is not only limited to the operation of his business, though. Rather, Rick applies the same fervor for others into all aspects of his life, as witnessed by his substantial role in and commitment to his community. Rick's community involvement is exemplified with passion for supporting advancements of technical education and how it partners with the business community, shining through in a variety of forms. Among these are his former position as the chairman of the National Association of Career and Technical Education Business Partnership Board, and his current role as the chairman of the Great Oaks School District Business Advisory Board.
At graduation, he's given out keychains to our graduates to let them know how proud the business community is of their work. He doesn't just tell us that he supports education, he supports education through his actions.
Rick has also been described as a strong man of faith, actively involving himself with his church, Trinity Lutheran Church in Mount Healthy, Ohio. There he served as a Sunday school and confirmation teacher for over 20 years.
He's a man of faith, and he's a walking example of what he believes. And you see that in every aspect of his life, business and personal.
Still, Rick's community involvement continues, including his seats on the board of directors for St. Joseph Home and serving as a family guide on the Next Generation Committee for UC's Gehring Center for Family and Private Business. Furthermore, Rick has always invested his time into the community's youth. He was a president of the Joyce Park BMX track through the 80s. Each year, he offers a summer internship opportunity for 2 high school or college students. And his home and daycare retreat center, Whispering Woods, is host to many youth events headed up by the likes of the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, and many church youth groups. The most clear mark of Rick's commitment to the community may be the CTIA Cares program, which allows all Risk Source Clark Theders associates 30 paid hours a year to volunteer their time to any nonprofit organization of their choice. This creates quite an impact if you consider that's an estimated 600 hours of service to the community each year. The program empowers their associates to share their specific gifts and talents in the areas that interest them most.
I've always been of the belief, and my dad as well, that we're blessed to live in this country. We're blessed to live in this town. It doesn't matter where you are. I mean, we've all, to live in the United States of America is pretty darn good. And so giving back to the community has to be a part of everyone. And so the CARES program was really started out to say, what can we give?
Impressively, Rick has still found a way to be the ideal family man, a superb father to his 3 children, Jonathan, Maggie, and Chris, and a committed husband to his wife, Ann.
Whenever I'm with Rick, he tells me about Ann and the kids and his grandkids. He tells me that his interest in education is because of his grandchildren. He wants for all children what he wants for his grandchildren, so he's taken an active role in education because of that.
When asked to describe why Rick deserves this honor, friends, family members, and business partners all had the same thing to say.
My dad, as a businessman, is the best.
Oh, and he's not a one-dimensional person. I think he is complete.
Rick, thank you for all that you have done for the Butler County community. Through your hard work and dedication, you've more than earned the honor granted to you this evening. Welcome Rick Theders to the Greater Butler County Business Hall of Fame.